All right, you guys, today is going to be my first attempt at making a vlog. Not really sure how it goes. I know you just kind of talk and whatever, but I've never actually really done that on a video. I've just gone out and tried to make videos about me catching some bass. Lately, it's been a struggle. I have not been doing very well. So when I'm making the videos, it's just very not entertaining. I haven't even been fully entertained by them, and it's kind of a disappointment in all honesty to me. So I'm trying to make something a little bit more entertaining, and so I'm going to try this whole vlogging thing. That way maybe there's a little bit more content while I'm talking. So today I'm going to go to a pond. I'm going to be trying to throw a skirted jig. My buddy, he just posted something on Facebook. It kind of cracked me up because he said, okay, I suck at throwing skirted jigs. Go ahead, give me some pointers. And I was like, you know what? I'm glad that you posted that because I'm bad at them too. And I've only caught 4 fish on skirted jigs before, so I definitely need some practice. So I'm going to go down to the pond and I'm going to practice. If I catch some fish, awesome. If I don't, again, it's still practice. And that's what I've been learning this entire time that I've been fishing is even if you don't catch anything, getting out on the water and practicing techniques is very, very important. So that's what I'm going to do. See you on the water. No, oh, there it is. Sweet. I thought I left my tackle box. It's just on the other side. Time to go get it. All right, we're going to be fishing right here. I haven't had a ton of success. Well, the most success that I've had has been right here, but there hasn't been a ton of big fish. So we're going to try it out. You know what? And I forgot. I am going to do something. This is my confidence right here. I love throwing this fish attractant. Liquid Mayhem is my favorite thing. And just put it on, rub it around. I usually use the lid. Just so that way I don't get it on my hands and stuff. All right, here we go. Right now, I'm kind of feeling a little bit more confident about this jig right off the bat. And part of the reason is one of the comments that I had seen in my buddy's post was, you know, just talking about fishing it slow, letting it sit and stuff. And for me, that's how I fish my Texas rigs. And I do kind of enjoy that fishing style. And I assumed that jigs, like especially skirted jigs, you had to fish a little bit more aggressively. And I personally think that that's probably part of the reason why it hasn't been working. I've actually fished them in the winters when I caught them, and very, very, like, actually it was really just the end of winter. It really wasn't even spring. And so that probably wasn't the best thing to do during that time because the bass are going to be slower. So I feel like now I kind of have permission to fish it the way that I would fish a Texas rig. And so right now I'm already, like, I can just feel myself a little bit more confident because I've kind of gotten permission to be a little bit more patient. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this pans out, if it works, because if it does, then that will give me a boost of confidence. If it doesn't, then you know what, I'll probably be trying something different, or we'll see, you know. I still feel like I can do this. I just need to try different areas and really try this, not only this technique, but how to fish it out a little bit more in different places. So we'll see. Summertime go-to lure. Just kidding. It's not the jig, it's the user. And I am using and abusing it. Not as confident as I started off. Come on, fishy, 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 fishy. Where you at? Fishy, 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 fishy. Come on, fishy, 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 fishy. All right, guys. Right now it's been a little difficult. I'm going to move down to a different spot and see how I can do. Still just practicing. Still trying to get this done. I want to learn it. I want to have success, and just got to keep trying. So here we go. A lot of techniques to learn, but I'd rather be proficient in one than just have an understanding of being able to fish them all. Because I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get into a tournament, when you have so many options on where to fish, on what to throw, and all of these things, it honestly, it can kind of get overwhelming. And instead of sticking with something and pushing through, you can get into this place where you never really fully see if the fish want that. You're just constantly changing out and stuff, and I don't know, maybe that does work. I just know that for me, I've had a lot of my success in sticking with something that I know will be good for that time, and yeah, and sticking with it. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of me, because I feel like if I just tried everything, I will end up leaving that tournament. If nothing works and I've tried everything, I will always be thinking in my head, it's like, well, maybe I should have tried this a little bit longer, because you know what, everything was pointing to that working. And I don't know, I just, if I feel like something will work and I feel like this is the right time to throw it, then I'm pretty much just going to stick with it and try to get as much out of that bait as possible. Because here's the thing, I might try a bait in one situation or in one part of the lake, and it might not work. And if I'm like, oh, this isn't working, and then I go to another part and that bait is going to work, but then I'm trying something different, then I really haven't figured out what it is, you know, that's working and stuff. And it's like, I'm just constantly, I don't know, just constantly missing. So like the last tournament that I just won, I fished shallow early, and then I went out deep, and I didn't really stick deep too long because I was trying to find the fish, and I just couldn't find them. I didn't see anything on the graph. I went to this nice ridge line. It was a sunken road, and it looked really, really fishy, and I just didn't see any bass. So I ended up switching up and going to docks, and I just kept sticking with the Texas rig. I actually threw a fluke quite a bit under there, and I found that pink was working. The only problem was I got ripped off or broken off twice, or excuse me, 3 times, and the 3rd time I just didn't feel like spending more time to retie, because I had a leader on there. I was throwing braid and I had a leader, and it was just going to take too much time. So I just said, you know what, I'm just not going to do it. Plus I didn't have any more I don't remember, I think it was either hooks. Yeah, actually I didn't have any more hooks for how I was throwing it. So I wasn't able to continue that technique. So, but that was a technique that I was seeing that was working. But then I just kept throwing Texas rig, and it ended up working on one dock, and it just paid off. And so again, that's just the success that I've had, and what I've experienced is, you know what, I believe in what it is that I'm throwing, and it didn't work. Like, it just worked sporadically here and there throughout the entire day. I mean, it wasn't until about 12, I think it was 12:30 is when I really, like, I had 3 fish until about 12:30, which it's not bad, but it was it was kind of stressful, especially when you only have, what is that, 2.5 hours left, and you still need to catch 2 more fish, and you know that your fish aren't even really that good. I think my biggest at that time was a 16-inch, so it was not looking too great for me. And when it found this one dock, and a bunch of people had passed it already, and they were just biting for me. So I just know that I just stayed consistent with that one bait and that one technique. Oh, okay. I should have waited. I had gotten bit, but I think he only had the claws, and I should have waited for him to suck it down. Again, this is a new technique for me, guys. So definitely a mistake. Okay, I just got bit, but he didn't take it. There, I'm getting bit, but they're not taking it. Oh, he got it. There we go. And he threw it. Oh. Okay. Maybe I just need to set the hook a little bit harder. We will see. But I did better that time. So what I'm pretty sure happened when he bit it is I was slow crawling it, lifted it up and let it fall, and he was getting it on the fall. I've learned a couple of things. I got about 3 bites, I think it was, 2 or 3 bites, and almost hooked 1 fish. I think I figured out, well, I think I kind of know what my problems are, but you know, it's a learning process. You can't be great on the first time of everything, and those people that are, well, good on you. It's not me. So I'm just gonna keep working hard and trying to learn this fishing style. All right, perfect. This will be the last cast. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a drain that goes out right here. So I'm going to try dragging this jig along that. All right, you guys, wasn't very successful again in terms of catching fish, but I still am learning. I'm trying to be proficient at this technique. I'm trying to learn it, so it's just going to take time. I know when I first started fishing, I caught a fish on my first or second cast, then didn't catch a fish for a month after that. And I kept going out every single day and practicing and learning and just not catching a fish. And you know what? I just kept going out there and kept going out there. And I could have quit, you know, within that first month. And in fact, actually, after a month, I caught my second fish and then went another month without catching a fish. So I've had plenty of my struggles and stuff when it comes to bass fishing, but I just know that, you know, with this, it's just something, you know, I just got to keep pushing through. I'm never gonna get better if I don't practice this. So It doesn't really matter whether or not I catch a fish or not. The results aren't what matter. It's the hard work that I put in, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. So hopefully I'll get back out on the water maybe later today or later tonight or tomorrow or something. But I'll see you back on the water when I get out there.